What's up, guys? I'm Pronto, and today we're talking about every possible WrestleMania match happening on the 30 years of WrestleMania mode confirmed for this year's WWE 2K14. So let's get started, shall we? At WrestleMania Uno, we have Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd, who are both confirmed for this year's game, and we can definitely see this match being included, being that it was one of the only few matches Studd had at WrestleMania, so his appearance in the game is most likely for this match. This match is also confirmed through the image on your screen of Andre standing victorious with a bag of money in his hand, with Studd laying on his back in the background. And here we also see Bobby the Brain Heenan in the background as well, confirming his inclusion in the game. At WrestleMania 2, we have Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy, who are also both confirmed for the game, and we already have a picture of their steel cage match in the classic blue steel cage in the game. And in this match, if they want to hit it right, 2K would allow the objective to be for Bundy to get a 5 count pin instead of the regular 3 count like they did in the match. However, this might be, if included, a cutscene rather than an actual gameplay feature. Also, another possible match could be the George the Animal Steel versus Macho Man Randy Savage match, but still has yet to be revealed in the game and isn't in the roster, even though Savage is confirmed, so we can probably count on this match not making an appearance. Mr. T was a notable character in the first two WrestleManias, participating in matches with Roddy Piper, who is also yet to be announced in the game, surprisingly, and Hulk Hogan, who is also already announced. At WrestleMania 3, two matches from WrestleMania 3 that we can definitely be seeing in the game is the famous and iconic match of Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat, who are both confirmed for 30 years of WrestleMania mode, and Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, another iconic WrestleMania match where these two had their famous standoff in the middle of the ring, and Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre and beating him up. The fact that these were historic WrestleMania matches, if they weren't in the game, this mode wouldn't really live up to its title now, would it? At WrestleMania 4, we had the not so famous as the first Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant match that could be included again. If they did include it, however, it would have to end in a non-finish to live up to its history. Also, another match we could see in this mode is Randy Savage versus Ted DiBiase Sr., and it's likely that we will see it because it's the only WrestleMania match that DiBiase got to main event in, along with his WrestleMania 6 match, and it's likely the only match he's in the game for. As we all know, and if you didn't know, Savage ended up winning the match, and we saw his celebration in the ring with Miss Elizabeth and Hulk Hogan already confirmed in the game, so we know this match will be a likely addition, as we now have an image confirming its inclusion. At WrestleMania 5, we can definitely see the Mega Powers face off against each other. Yes, we can guarantee Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage to be in the game, as both men are confirmed, and we now have an image confirming the match. Another possible match to be included is Jake the Snake Roberts versus Andre the Giant, but being that Roberts wasn't confirmed for the game, that this match, along with his match against Undertaker at a future WrestleMania, will not be included. Another iconic WrestleMania match we can see at WrestleMania 6 be included in 30 years of WrestleMania mode is Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior, who are both confirmed for the game, but being that Warrior is only DLC, I wonder how that will work. They'll most likely have Warrior available to be a playable character in 30 years of WrestleMania mode only. Warrior beat Hogan to retain his Intercontinental Championship and capture the WWF Championship to win both belts in what was an iconic WrestleMania moment, so this match does seem to be a likely inclusion, being that we have image confirmation right on the screen. At WrestleMania 7, we can see the two possible matches of Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan, who are both confirmed for the game, and this was probably the only match Slaughter was included in the game for. We do have an image confirming this match with Slaughter holding up a flag and Howard Finkel in the background. Another possible match for inclusion is Randy Savage versus Ultimate Warrior, who are also both confirmed for the game, and despite this match being a retirement match, Savage did return the following year, just like many other superstars, who didn't live up to their word of retiring, like, let's see, Kevin Nash or Mick Foley. Uh, like I said, Randy Savage did return at WrestleMania 8 to face Ric Flair, who was confirmed for the game, and not only has his regular modern day version, but also has his retro model included in the game as well, for I'm guessing this match. This match is confirmed for inclusion through an image confirmation with Savage pummeling Flair in a second attire and Miss Elizabeth standing in the background of the ring, which also confirms her inclusion yet again. Another iconic WrestleMania moment happened at WrestleMania 9, where not one, but two WWF Championship matches took place, where the first one being Yokozuna versus Bret Hart first, and then Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna second, after Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji challenged Hogan to a championship match after beating Hart for the championship. Hogan actually ended up winning this match and became champion for one more time and main evented his last Mania until WrestleMania 18. We can expect both matches to make an appearance, being that Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, and Yokozuna are confirmed to be in the game. And we do have an image confirming Yokozuna's leg dropping Bret Hart at Caesar's Palace, WrestleMania 9. Mr. Fuji was a key component in this match, so I'm sure he'll be confirmed later on this week or so, being that managers haven't been announced yet. WrestleMania 10 years in the making at WrestleMania 10, we can definitely and already have confirmation of the historic and iconic ladder match that took place for the undisputed Intercontinental Championships by Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, who are both confirmed to be in the game. I don't know how this mode would be called 30 years of WrestleMania without the inclusion of this match, so you can definitely expect it to be in there. And another possible match that wasn't as popular that can be included is the Yokozuna vs. Bret Hart rematch that took place, and being that Lex Luger wasn't announced for the game, I doubt they will have the match that preceded this one, Yokozuna vs. Lex Luger. Yup, Yokozuna performed double duty that night along with Bret Hart, who also wrestled his brother Owen. But we can already tell that's not going to be included because of Owen not being confirmed for the game and WWE's legal problems with Owen's death. At WrestleMania 11, we can expect two matches to make it onto 30 years of WrestleMania. And that is the streak match of Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy that took place. I do see this match being included, being that this was the only match Bundy took part in at WrestleMania, along with his WrestleMania 2 appearance against Hulk Hogan, to have him included in the game. Also, without Jimmy Snuka, Giant Gonzalez, or Jake the Snake Roberts announced for the game, this could be the first streak match we can have to play during the mode with Undertaker winning. Another match we can expect to see, of course, is the always iconic Shawn Michaels taking on Diesel at WrestleMania 11, which is one reason why we have Diesel included in the mode in the first place, to have this match along with his match against Undertaker the following year at WrestleMania 12. Speaking of WrestleMania 12, two matches that we can definitely see included at WrestleMania 12 is Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, which was another iconic WrestleMania match that it was the famous 60-minute Iron Man match. And now I wonder if in the game that they will actually have us wrestle for 60 minutes or if they will do the 15 minutes or 30 minutes that they regularly have in the games. Also, the fact that there were no falls for the entire 60 minutes until the overtime also concerns me, as I wonder how they'll play out this match in the game. Another iconic match that took place was Undertaker versus Diesel, who are both confirmed for the game. And I don't know if this match would be considered iconic, but it can certainly be considered for the game. The Ultimate Warrior versus Triple H match that took place can also be included. If included, I hope we don't see or do see another repeat of that god-awful sell of the pedigree by Triple H by Warrior, where he just got up like it was nothing. No sell, nothing. WrestleMania 13. With this being another iconic WrestleMania match, I'm certain it will be included the famous Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin match that had Austin pass out from being held in the sharpshooter for so long with a bloodshot on his face. The only match in history where I think the face turned out to be the heel and the heel turned out to be the face in the end. I'm sure this match will be included, being that both men are confirmed for the mode. Being that Psycho Sid wasn't announced for the mode, I doubt, however, that there will be a streak match of Undertaker versus Sid at the WrestleMania venue. WrestleMania 14, two matches at WrestleMania 14 likely to make an appearance in 30 years of WrestleMania mode is the iconic and historic WrestleMania match that led to the start of the Attitude Era with, who do you see on the screen? None other than Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, which had Austin beat Michaels for the WWF Championship. There is controversy on this match, however, in my mind, being that Mike Tyson wasn't announced for the mode, and he was a key figure in that match as a special enforcer. But the fact that it was included in last year's mode does bring back a little deja vu. Unless Tyson is scheduled to be confirmed for a later time, I don't see this match really working without him. It certainly can, but if it wants to live up to its history and how it actually played out, Tyson would be in the game. Another match that we can expect to see is the famous Undertaker versus Kane match that took place where Kane made his WrestleMania debut, losing to his half-brother. I don't know if Paul Bearer is confirmed as a manager in the game, but he was a key figure in this match, and I think he will be included at that fact. As a matter of fact, none of the managers, we haven't had confirmation of any managers yet, really. Actually, we have, but the list of managers hasn't been announced yet. So I think we will have Paul Bearer, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Miss Elizabeth all be confirmed at a later time, and Mr. Fuji as well. At WrestleMania 15, this is where more modern day superstars start to come in. Also, at WrestleMania 15, we can expect to see three matches. Yeah, that's right, three. Definitely, we can expect to see The Rock's WrestleMania main event debut in his match against Stone Cold Steve Austin, which he lost. That was one iconic match that took place at WrestleMania 15. Another one that could be included is Triple H versus Kane, who both are confirmed for this year's game and both have retro attires. So I'm sure this match can be and will be included for this WrestleMania venue. Another match we can probably expect to see, but not as much as the other two, is Big Show versus Mankind. That took place at WrestleMania 15. I'm a bit skeptical of this match because even though both characters are confirmed for the game, with Big Show even having his own retro attire, the three faces of Foley are not confirmed for this year's game, but Mick Foley is, so I'm not sure if this match will be included because Mankind, Do Love, or Cactus Jack are not confirmed. The only match I see being included from this WrestleMania 16 is the Fatal 4-Way match between the company's biggest stars at the time, because this was the time when Steve Austin was on his long hiatus from the company. Triple H versus Big Show versus The Rock versus Mick Foley is the likely match from this venue that we will see in the mode, being that all four characters are confirmed for the mode, for the game, and they all have retro attires, all excepting Mick Foley, who's just in his WrestleMania 22 attire. WrestleMania 17. Two matches we can expect to see from WrestleMania 17 is the first ever streak match between Undertaker and Triple H, who was like the only person to face Undertaker at WrestleMania 3 times. The first match between the two was a classic that didn't have so much of an iconic WrestleMania moment, but we can definitely see it being included in the mode, being that we do have both retro Triple H and retro Undertaker confirmed for the mode. However, Undertaker's retro attire is aimed more towards his earlier WrestleMania matches, and he didn't wear the purple attire for this match. He wore his American Badass attire because he was going through that gimmick. So, based on attire-wise, I'm a bit skeptical of what Undertaker will be wearing, being that his American Badass attire is only included for DLC, or if you pre-order the American Badass version of the game. The second match we can definitely see included in this mode is the second match between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, who would have already had their first match at WrestleMania 15, so the second one would be included as a no-brainer. WrestleMania 18. There are 4 possible matches that we can see played out at this WrestleMania. This was a big WrestleMania venue for 30 years of WrestleMania mode, so one very iconic and historic match that took place that we can see is The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, which is already confirmed through pictures and images released for the mode. Another match we can also definitely see is The Undertaker versus Ric Flair streak match that took place. Flair could use either his retro attire, which is confirmed, or his modern day model, which is also confirmed because Flair did look quite old in that match. And another match you can see is the Stone Cold versus Scott Hall match that took place at this WrestleMania. Scott Hall would be called Razor Ramon in the match if it was included, however, because even though he is confirmed for the game, he isn't confirmed as Scott Hall. And the last iconic match that took place at this WrestleMania that will likely be included is 100% is the Triple H versus Chris Jericho match where Jericho became undisputed world champion, unifying both the WWF Championship with the World Championship. Also, even though he wasn't confirmed for the 30 years of WrestleMania roster, another possible match that could have taken place was the match between Edge and Booker T. Edge is confirmed for the mode, but Booker T was not confirmed. WrestleMania 19. Another iconic WrestleMania. Yeah, I know you're tired of me saying that. Because that's the main event, the showstopper, and now Mr. WrestleMania made his return to a WrestleMania ring after 4 years against Chris Jericho. This match would most likely definitely be included in the game, being that both have a retro Chris Jericho, modern day Chris Jericho is confirmed for the game, and so is Shawn Michaels. Also, another iconic match and the last battle between these two legends at WrestleMania was the Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin match that took place at this WrestleMania. This is the third time The Rock faced Austin at WrestleMania and the first time he defeated Austin at WrestleMania. This was also the last match of Austin's illustrious career as a full-time superstar. This iconic match featured a very great WrestleMania moment, which I hope will be included in the game when Rock beat Undertaker. When Rock beat Austin at the end. Rock told Austin he loved him. That's a bit of a long shot, but hey, a guy can dream, can't he? Another possible match that I have my skepticisms of is the streak match that consisted of Undertaker taking on Big Show and A-Train. Retro Big Show and Undertaker are confirmed for the mode, but A-Train is not. And even though Sweet Tea might be making an appearance on the modern day roster, I doubt they'll use him as A-Train in 30 years of WrestleMania mode. 20 years in the making and I'm still going. Bear with me, guys. 20 years in the making and WrestleMania just keeps getting better and better, it seems at this point. More of the modern day superstars start to make their appearances in the mode at this time, so we can expect to see quite a few matches take place this year. One match is John Cena versus Big Show, who both have retro versions confirmed for the mode, and this match is likely the only reason Cena's retro version was confirmed anyway. Big Show could use either his retro attire or his modern day attire in this match, but it's likely he'll use the retro attire. Another match we can expect to see is the Evolution versus Rock and Sock Connection match that everyone thought didn't consist of an iconic WrestleMania moment for some reason. I thought it was pretty good, to be honest. The wrestlers weren't really content with that match, they said after finishing it, but the next match, pretty much already confirmed, is the Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar match that took place at WrestleMania. This is the only WrestleMania Goldberg made an appearance for, so when he was announced for the game, we pretty much got an idea why, and it was for this match. Brock Lesnar's retro version is also in the game for this match, I presume, as well as his modern day model. Stone Cold did participate in this match as a special guest referee, so I wonder if they will have him as the guest referee in the game. He's confirmed for the mode, so having him as the guest referee is a possibility. He could have his own special guest referee attire like Shawn Michaels did at WrestleMania 29, which is already included in the game as well. An iconic moment after this match was when Stone Cold stunned both Lesnar and Goldberg after Goldberg won the match. That's a cutscene we can see being included for the mode as well. Another match we can expect to see is the second Undertaker versus Kane streak match at WrestleMania, who are both confirmed for the game. Another eligible match for the mode is Chris Jericho versus Christian, but being that this wasn't an important WrestleMania match and the fact that Christian hasn't been announced for the mode, I'm sure he'll be announced for the modern day roster, but not for 30 years of WrestleMania. I don't really see this match being included, though it can certainly be reenacted, if you like. WrestleMania 21. 3 possible matches that took place at WrestleMania 21 we can see included are John Cena versus JBL match that took place for the WWE Championship. This match is very likely to be included, being that both Retro Cena and JBL are confirmed for the mode. Another match we can see is the Batista versus Triple H match for the World Championship, which is also likely to be included, being that both Triple H and Batista are confirmed as well. The streak match between Undertaker and Randy Orton is also a possible candidate to be included. Both superstars, Randy Orton and Taker, are confirmed for the match, so this match is a no-brainer. This is the match where the streak became more relevant and people started to regard it as the streak. At WrestleMania 22, one match that seems to be a no-brainer and we already have confirmation of in the mode via images released online was the Edge versus Mick Foley hardcore match that took place at WrestleMania 22. This match was an iconic and historic WrestleMania match, which is why we have Foley, Edge, and Lita confirmed for the mode. You see them on the screen right there. And one iconic moment that took place during this match was when Edge speared Foley onto a flaming table. Right there again. We already have confirmation of that cutscene being in the game via images and videos. Another match likely to be included would be John Cena versus Triple H, that WWE title match that took place. Both Retro Cena and Retro Triple H are confirmed, so this match is most likely to be included. Another match that I am a bit skeptical of being included is Shawn Michaels versus Mr. McMahon that took place. I'm skeptical because even though HBK is confirmed for the mode, McMahon is not, surprisingly. He's the chairman, and I'm sure they could have had him included in the game to have this match because I did think this was an awesome match that stole the show at WrestleMania. Unless McMahon is scheduled to be announced later on as part of the modern day roster, I don't see this match really being included. Also, the streak match between Undertaker and Mark Henry is another possibility, but being that Henry wasn't announced for 30 years of WrestleMania mode, the match might not be included as well. But you can certainly recreate it because I'm sure Henry will be a part of the modern day roster. However, then again, the match that took place between the two men was a casket match, and that hasn't been confirmed yet for inclusion in the game. Yet. We still don't know yet. At WrestleMania 23, we had Batista take on Undertaker in a streak match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match is likely to be included in the mode, being that Batista is confirmed for this game, thank God, and so is Undertaker. However, I don't know what attire Undertaker will be wearing, being that he did have his modern day attire on in this match, but with long hair, and I don't think a long-haired model was confirmed for inclusion in this year's game for The Undertaker, unless you're using his retro attire or American Badass attire. Another match we can see included is the match between John Cena and Shawn Michaels that took place for the WWE Championship. This was a great match, and Michaels certainly proved once again why he was Mr. WrestleMania. Cena, he was alright. One historic WrestleMania 24 was because we did get to see the fall of a great wrestler, great superstar, tremendous athlete. One match already confirmed for this WrestleMania, the famous Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair career-threatening match, which we already have images and videos confirming its inclusion right there on the screen. I really hope that since they can include Ric Flair crying after the end of the match, that they can include the part where Shawn says, "I love you," before super kicking Flair and winning the match. That was such a beautiful moment. Anyway, that would make for a great cutscene and WrestleMania moment, don't you think? Another match we can see included is the Randy Orton versus Triple H versus John Cena triple threat match. All three of those superstars are confirmed for the mode, so this match is likely to make an appearance. One more match likely for inclusion is the Undertaker versus Edge streak match. This will give Edge another chance to be used in the mode if it is included, and another streak match. And, you know what, guys? I think I'll cut it right here for now because 5 more years, I really don't know. We'll see. 5 more years, 5 more WrestleManias. I think I talked too much, and I'm getting tired. So, we'll really continue this on another date. Or should I continue? I don't know. Alright, let's do one more year. Or, let's just finish it out. WrestleMania 25. 3 matches that took place at WrestleMania 25 we can see included in the mode. Definitely we can see the inclusion of Undertaker's streak match against Shawn Michaels. That was regarded by many as the best streak match to ever take place, as well as the best WrestleMania match to ever take place, so I'm sure it'll be included. Another match likely for inclusion is the Triple H vs. Randy Orton WWE Championship match. Both men are confirmed for the mode, so we can see this match being taking place with Triple H using his retro attire. Lastly, another match likely for inclusion at this WrestleMania is the triple threat match between John Cena, Big Show, and Edge. However, I think Big Show would have to use his modern day version, which hasn't been announced for inclusion yet in the game, but I'm sure he will be. At WrestleMania 26, we witnessed the second Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels match, only this time Michaels' career was on the line. I do see this match being included, even though we would have played it the previous year. The match that ended Mr. WrestleMania's career is a likely candidate for inclusion, no matter what, if it's the same match twice or what. Another match likely to be included, and I'm tired of saying that, guys. Another match, another match, another match. Yeah, I know you're tired of it too. Another match likely to be included is the John Cena vs. Batista WWE Championship match. Both men are confirmed for the mode, so this match is a no-brainer as well. Also, the Chris Jericho vs. Edge match will also likely be included, being that Jericho and Edge are both confirmed for the mode, and Jericho's modern day model is also confirmed, as well as his retro attire. WrestleMania 27. At WrestleMania 27, Edge would wrestle his last match as a WWE superstar before retiring as world champion after retiring the championship in his match against Alberto Del Rio. This match is basically already confirmed to be included, because this is the only match I think Del Rio was included in the mode for. And another match that took place was Randy Orton versus CM Punk, who are both confirmed for the mode as well, so this match is likely to be included in the mode. Triple H had his second streak match against The Undertaker 10 years later here at WrestleMania 27, and it's likely that this match will be included. The Miz also faced John Cena for the WWE Championship and won, because The Rock made an interference in the match, which set up for his match next year against Cena. And I wonder if that interference will be a cutscene included in the match, which I'm sure will be included in the mode, being that Miz, Cena, and Rock are confirmed for the mode, or if it will just be a part of the video package. At this WrestleMania 28, built as a once-in-a-lifetime match, but never did quite live up to that moniker, was the The Rock vs. Cena 1 match that took place at WrestleMania 28. This match is basically already confirmed to be included through various images and videos seen on the game. You see it right there on the screen. And the cutscene where Cena is sitting on the WrestleMania stage while Rock is celebrating his win is in the mode, and that will make for an exciting WrestleMania moment, don't you think? Another match we have basic confirmation for already is the Triple H vs. Undertaker Hell in a Cell Streak match versus career match with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee, which we saw in the picture just now. This match is already confirmed through various images and videos of the game, and this is where Undertaker debuts his now famous Mohawk, and that model can now be used in the game's mode finally. Two other matches that are likely to be included is the Randy Orton vs. Kane match and the Chris Jericho vs. CM Punk match, which are likely to make appearances in the mode, being that all four of those superstars are confirmed. However, Kane's retro model was confirmed for the mode and not his modern day model. But the match with Randy Orton can still be included. At WrestleMania 29, Rock vs. Cena 2 took place, and that match is already confirmed for the mode. Rock had two models for WrestleMania 28 and WrestleMania 29, one with a beard and one without, so I'm glad 2K paid attention to details like that. The iconic and historic WrestleMania moment that took place after this match isn't confirmed to be in the game yet, through any images or videos, but that moment when Rock seemed to pass the torch over to Cena, like Hogan did to him at WrestleMania 18, should be included in the mode, being that was a historic WrestleMania moment, and it really captures what 30 years of WrestleMania is all about, you know? Another match that we will probably see included is the CM Punk vs. Undertaker match, which seems to be a no-brainer, being that both men are confirmed for the mode. Also, this is where Triple H can debut his buzz cut and his match against Brock Lesnar that took place at WrestleMania 29. So this match is also a no-brainer, being that both men are confirmed for the mode, with their attires matching the appropriate time. WrestleMania 30. This is where my skepticism starts to come into play again. I guess at WrestleMania 30, 2K will allow us to create any match we like, such as dream matches like CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin if we wanted to, or 2K would allow us to use our own created superstars in the mode at this WrestleMania to create matches against any superstar we wanted and just get creative with it, you know? So I'll likely make another video about WrestleMania 30 and 30 years of WrestleMania mode, but I doubt 2K would end the mode off at WrestleMania 29. I don't think it would really be 30 years of WrestleMania if they only did 29 venues, you think? But there still is no confirmation of the WrestleMania 30 venue, so we'll see what happens. Well, guys, what do you think? Thanks for sticking with me if you did. Some of you probably got tired of me rambling on and on for all this time. I would have got tired too and left the video. But if you stayed, thank you. And I hope this video was informational and gave you an idea of the matches that might be confirmed for the 30 years of WrestleMania mode. Don't forget to leave a like and comment on what matches you think will be included and what plans for the WrestleMania 30 venue do you think 2K has in store. Alright, let me shut up now. Love you guys. I'm Pronto, and I will see you later.